Welcome to Seth Vidya Mandir Junior College of Commerce and Science online audio video lecture. This is Alka Chaube explaining the next chapter, that is chapter number 14, Dual Nature of Radiation and Matters. So let's move on, students, the experimental arrangement of photoelectric effect. As we already has got about the idea about the introduction about this lesson, now let us focus on the experimental setup of photoelectric effect. So in this experimental set of photoelectric effect, students, here you can see in this setup, here a evacuated glass tube is present. In this glass tube, the opening is here. In this opening, the source of light is entered from this opening, and at the opening there is quartz window is present, and inside of that glass tube the two metal plates are present. This is known as photosensitive plate, and these two plates are here connected with the commutator key. I will explain what is commutator key, students. So the one terminal of this key is connected with this plate, and other terminal is connected here with this plate. So let us move on this connection so you can understand this key, how to work. So when we are applying the potential across this two metal plate, what happens? When we are applying a potential energy, and here we are keeping micrometer and voltmeter. As you know very well, students, the micrometer, it means measure the current, and the voltmeter is nothing but a source of strength, how much energy source of strength is required in a given circuit. So here the main battery supply is the positive terminal is connected here with this side of key, you can see here. And in commutator key, the front two key act as a same behavior when it is connected with, if it is connected with a positive, the front key is also connected as a positive because they are mutually connected. So when we connect this battery with the positive terminal, so this key is mutually connected here, so this terminal here act as a positive, and this is known as cathode. And the negative side of this key, is connected in this side. As you know very well, the mutual connection is present here in commutator key. That's why it is called commutator, because it is connected and communicate in a tuning way. So here it is connected the negative terminal, and this negative terminal is now connected with this plate, and this plate is act as a anode. So you can understand, student, this connection has provided by the user. If you want to reverse this connection, you can do it. You just reverse this polarity, the positive become negative and the negative become positive. So this polarity we have to consider in photoelectric effect. When the source of light is entered, because we know it very well what is photoelectric effect. The photoelectric effect is nothing but when the light at some frequency of light eject on the surface of fall on the surface of metal, and the surface of metal we consider here, we have the two types of metal, as you know very well, student. One is soft, one is hard. Suppose when we are talking about the soft metal, that is potassium, this type of metal, when we are talking about, so this type of metal we can consider as a soft metal. And when this type of metal having some value, and when this type of metal some light rays is incident on, then this type of ray is also emits the electron. And we found, students, the certain metal like zinc, cadmium, magnesium are respond only ultraviolet light. Yes, here I can give the points like zinc, cadmium, magnesium. This all lights are response when ultraviolet light fall on the surface of this matter. So this light having large work function, it means this all points are very important to understand this concept, students. This zinc, cadmium, magnesium is a hard metal we can consider. When the ultraviolet light intensity is passed fall on this type of metal, the electrons are ejected. It means this all lights are having high frequency, and when we have high frequency, so this frequency having how much work function? Yes, here work function word is very important. The work function, it is denoted by phi. It means every metal having their own work function. Every metal having their own work function. If I am taking example, the work function is like 2.3 electron volt. So this much work function is a minimum work function to eject the electron from the surface of matter. So if this metal is having the work function, that is the value of phi, is nearby 2.3, or it should be greater than 2.3, like for example 3.5. So when we have this much work function for any kind of this material more than this or equal to this, so this ultraviolet rays is enough to eject the electrons from the surface of matter, because the work function is very important to eject the electron from the surface of metal. So if we have this much work function or greater than this much function, these metals are eject the electrons. Yes, students, these metals are eject the electrons from metal surface. Clear? So these all points are very important, students. You have to remember this point, because with the help of this point we can understand this whole theory. The whole experimental setup has set up by the scientist. And if we consider a metal like alkali metal, yes students, if we consider the next point, if we consider alkali metal such as lithium, sodium, potassium, cesium, and rubidium. This type of metal plates are known as alkali metal. It means this type of metal is known as soft metal. Yes student, alkali metal is always remember, this is known as soft metal. Yes, these metals are very soft. So this kind of metal is not affect on the ultraviolet rays of light, because this is hard metal. It's having high work function, and this all is a soft metal, so it's having the work function low. So this type of work function, the light we want, the visible lights, this type of metals are eject the electrons when this type of metal having the visible light effect on it. Visible light. And you know it very well students, we have visible light, potassium, like red, green, orange, this all 7 spectrum of light we can consider here visible light. So when we are talking about visible light on fall on any metallic surface, it should be always remember in your mind, we are talking about the soft metal, we are talking about the alkali metal. This type of metal is work on the visible light, because visible light having the different kind of colors. So the different colors, it decide the different metals Yes, students, the all lights are not fall in every metals. Yes, I will explain every concept because each metals having different work function and each lights having different frequencies, and the frequency of the light, yes student, the frequency of the light has decide the work function of the metal plate, because the frequency of light is nothing but showing the package of energy of light, and this package of energy of light is depend upon the work function of the metal. If the work function of metal is greater than the work function of the package of energy of light, so number of electrons eject from the surface of metal. So let's move on, students. The law of photoelectric emission, it means we have to remember this all points, students. When we started the experiment of this photoelectric effect, so we already discussed about the some points about the metals, and now we have to understand all these points. So here the frequency of incident radiation, it means, students, the lights having their own frequency. The frequency of incident radiation is greater than and equal to the threshold frequency. Threshold frequency means, students, the minimum energy, the minimum frequency of the metal surface. It means, as I already have given example, the work function, you remember that the threshold frequency, suppose the value is 4, so this frequency should be equal to 4 or greater than 4. So that time, students, the emission processes happen. So remember this point, when the threshold frequency is greater than when the frequency of incident radiation is greater than and equal to threshold frequency, that time photoelectric emission is possible. I will explain what is threshold frequency in detail. The maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons, it means some electrons are having maximum kinetic energy. So the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons, as you know very well, students, what is photoelectron? The electrons ejected from the light is known as photoelectrons. So when the photoelectrons are getting maximum kinetic energy, it is happens because of the frequency of photon. It is happens because of the package energy of the light of the frequency of photon. The maximum energy of light provide maximum kinetic energy to the electrons. Clear? And remember this point, student, it does not depend upon the intensity of radiation. Yes, suppose if I am taking yellow light, clear? The yellow light is having like 1 watt power, and the 1 watt power eject 2 electrons, suppose. Now when we increase the light power 2 watt, so the 2 watt power never increase the energy of electron, always remember, because when we increase the power of light, the power of light is remove the electron from the metal, because it's having the power to eject lots of electrons from the metal, but the kinetic energy of all electron remains same till when the frequency of light will be same. Frequency of light means the color of light, the energy of light. If I am taking yellow color or red color, so red color is having their own frequency, the yellow color is having their own frequency. The frequency of light is decide the energy of electron. The power of light never decide the energy of electron. Remember this point, because these all points are very important in multiple choice of questions. The next is the number of photoelectrons. Number of photoelectrons, it means the number of electrons is directly proportional to the intensity of radiation. As I explained, students, if I am taking red light and the red light power is 2 watt, the 2 watt electrons, suppose remove 4 electrons, 2 watt power remove 4 electrons from the metal surface. After that, if I increase the power, if I am taking the power 6 watt, So 6 watts having maximum power. So the maximum power eject the electrons. Maximum. The power of light decide the electrons, how much electrons are removed from the surface of matter. So here the number of photoelectrons is directly proportional to the intensity of radiation. Hope you clear, students. So number of electrons is depend upon the intensity of radiation. The intensity word means when we are talking about 2 watt, so it's having little bit power. If I am talking about 6 watt, it's having little bit. The brightness depends the electrons. And here the kinetic energy of electrons is depend upon the frequency of light. Red light having 6 kinetic energy of electron, and the yellow light having more, like 8 kinetic energy of electron. So different lights having the different energy of electron, and the number of electron is depend upon the intensity of light, the brightness of light. This all points are very important. And now last is the photoelectric emission start as soon as the radiation falls on metal surface. As you know very well, students, how the emission occurs. The emission occurs because of when the light is fall on a metal surface. So let's move on, students. First we have to understand what is the meaning of threshold frequency. As I told you, I will explain. So first we have to understand in threshold frequency in photoelectric effect. The threshold frequency is denoted by mu naught, that is a frequency sign, and the minimum frequency, that is mu naught. So let us understand what is threshold frequency. Minimum frequency of incident radiation for which photoelectrons are just emitted from the photosensitive material is called threshold frequency. Yes, students, when we have the word threshold, so the first point comes in your mind, that is the threshold means a minimum frequency as it is. So the minimum frequency required a light to eject electron just from the metal surface is called the threshold frequency. As I explained, students, the minimum energy we want, the minimum frequency we want, this much frequency is enough for the metal to eject. For example, if the potassium metal, if I am taking here, and this potassium metal, here I can consider the example. Here I am taking a metal plate. Okay, in this metal plate, students, when the light is incident on it, and here I am taking the example of potassium metal, potassium. So when I am taking the potassium example here, and the yellow light, if I am consider here yellow light, so yellow light is having their own frequency, and this potassium metal is having the value of frequency, it's having some work function. Yes, students, always remember the work function is very, very important, because the work function is decide how much electrons are ejected. Let us assume the work function, that is denoted by phi naught, minimum work function for this metal is 2.3 electron volt. The potassium metal, the work function is 2.3 electron volt. It means, students, this much energy required this light to eject electron from this surface of metal. So as you know very well, students, the metal having number of layers. The metal is having, yes, students, the number of layers, or inside number of layers the millions of electrons are present. Correct? So what happens when the yellow light is incident? As you know very well, students, the light is here the photon, that is package of energy, and when the source of yellow light is fall on metal surface, so as you know, the light is nothing but the discrete particle here we consider. So here the particle is in the form of package. So when the particle is in the form of package, and when one particle, as please remember this, the one package of energy always radiate one package of energy of photon. This point is very important. One package of energy of photon emits one electrons. Yes, students. The scientist has observed one package of energy. The one package of energy of photons emits only one electrons. So here the number of package of energy comes on the metal surface. So only one package of energy emits the electrons, and here you can see the different layers are present. As you know very well, students, in the different layers, if I assume the number of electrons is also present in the different layer, so here in the different layer, here we consider the number of electrons are present in each layer. And when the light is incident on it, then what happens, students? When the light is incident on it, it's having some frequency, it's having some energy, because the light is nothing but the package of energy, and here the potassium is having this much work function, so this much energy is required. So let me consider the light is having energy more than this. Then what happens when the light is having energy more than this? So as you know very well, students, we have already considered the minimum frequency is required, and here it's having energy more than this, because as you know very well in the previous concept, here I consider here the previous concept, the frequency, the kinetic energy of photoelectrons is depend upon the frequency of photons. The energy of light is depends. Clear? So here in this concept, when this package of energy is incident on this metal surface, the electrons is experience here kinetic energy, because these lights provide kinetic energy to electrons. When these electrons are experience here kinetic energy, then what happens? These electrons are moving in the random direction in the metal plate. When they are experience a kinetic energy inside, then listen students, this concept is very important here. The electrons are the outer surface of this metal plate. This outer surface of this metal plate experience maximum kinetic energy. Yes, because when this energy of electron is eject, this electrons just emitted. This electron emitted from the surface of metal, and this process is known as photoelectric effect. When this electron is eject from the surface of metal, these electrons are getting this much kinetic energy. Clear? Then what happens next, friend? Same energy of electron is eject in all layer. As you know very well, the light is nothing but in a scattered form, so it can scatter in all layers. But what happens in the first layer? The electrons are present in the outer side of the layer, so this electron is just emitted, and because of that this electron is having maximum kinetic energy. Yes student, this electron is having maximum kinetic energy. And when we are talking about the second layer, so second layer is also experience the same energy. So this layer is now, this electrons is also getting the same energy, but this electrons is removed from the metal surface. Then this electron is having some work done here. When this electron is ejected from the metal surface, this electron has done some work done. This electron destroyed there some energy. That's why students, when this electron is ejected from the metal surface, this electron is already destroyed their some energy, and then after that these electrons are jumped outside the metal surface, and here also photoelectric effect is happens, and that is electron number 2. And here it's having their own here the kinetic energy is maximum, and it's having their own kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy compared to this is small. Suppose for example this kinetic energy is, for example, I'm taking 6, so this kinetic energy is less than this, for example 5, because some energy is destroyed when this traveling inside of the layer of metal surface to eject from the metal of surface. So in this way student, the third layer, this kinetic energy also less compared to this. So student, this concept is very important. Each electrons are having their own kinetic energy. All electrons are getting same energy, but the electrons are present in the different layer of metal surface, and because of this when the electrons are eject from the surface of metal, the electrons are destroying the some amount of energy when it is travel from outside of metal. Because of that removal of that energy decide the kinetic energy of electron when they are jumped from outside of metal surface. So here this concept is very clear students. So here you can see the threshold frequency is different from different metal, as you know very well. If I consider here potassium, the work function is 2.3 electron. If I am taking the other material, that is if I am taking the material like lithium, so it's having their own work function. So that time we need the different color of frequency of light, because different frequency of light is having different package of energy. And the wavelength of the corresponding threshold frequency is called wavelength. Yes students, as you know very well, the frequency is also having their own wavelength. The visible light is applicable for alkali metal. Here I am consider the potassium metal, and if the invisible light I am consider here yellow light. So the yellow light is having some frequency, so it's having some own wavelength. And the photoelectric emission is not possible. This point is very important students. The photoelectric emission is not possible when lambda is greater than lambda naught or mu is greater than mu naught. It means students, if the threshold frequency is greater than the threshold frequency of metal. Yes student, this concept is very important. Here I can explain you, so you can remember this concept. Mu naught is a frequency of metal, and mu is a frequency of light. Remember this. If the metal frequency is greater than light frequency, so no emission. As you know very well, in the concept we already have clear, minimum frequency is required to eject the electrons, and here we don't have minimum frequency because the metal frequency is greater than light frequency. Clear? Suppose the metal frequency is here 2.3 and the light frequency is less than this, so photoelectric emission is not possible. And as you know very well students, the frequency and wavelength relation, as you know very well, lambda is inversely proportional to frequency, or frequency is inversely proportional to lambda. So as per this condition, lambda is greater than lambda naught. You can see the condition. So here lambda is greater than lambda naught. So this all condition is very important in photoelectric emission.